guys, it's Melissa with Melissa's Creations here for another Stamping Saturday. Woohoo! This is session 1 of Stamping Saturday on my Facebook page, facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to give everybody a few moments to get here, make sure everybody can find the video okay and everything is good in that department. So I am going to start out by telling you guys a little bit about some of the things I have going on right now. Hi Cheryl, thanks for joining. Glad to see you, the first viewer. I know you missed one of my last videos, but you're here now, so yay, so exciting. We have just a couple of minutes before we officially get started, but I just wanted to let everybody have the chance to find the video and get situated, get comfy with our Stamping Saturday. I am streaming on my computer at the same time as I'm filming. So again, my disclaimer, if any of my connection issues arise, I will be back momentarily. Just refresh your browser. And I may have to start a new video. It hasn't happened for a while, crossing the fingers that we'll still be okay to go. So I have your comments over on my computer screen so I can see everything going on. So I think we are good to go. One more minute until we officially get started. If you are new to Stamping Saturday, leave me a comment. Let me know your name and where you're from. Give me a little wave or a hi and I'll give you guys a shout out. So let's go over a few details and then, wow, what a choice. You or Matt and his fundraiser for Children's Miracle. Oh, is he doing that right now too at 10? How long is his? Because I might pop on and say hi if I can remember where to go and what time that is. Hi, Grandma. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we're going to get started with just a few new things that are happening right now. Just so everybody, I have a lot of different social media and I post in a lot of different places. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody here knows about everything else I have going on in all the other places that I post. So hi Deb, thanks for joining. So glad to have you here. All right, so number 1, Stampin' Up! Just released their Stitched Shapes Framelits. They are so cute. If you haven't seen those yet, make sure you check them out. Head over to mcreations.com and click on my specials page. You'll be able to see the flyer for it there. There's also some select coordinating stamp sets, 25% off right now. That's also over on my specials page. You can check out the details for that. The dies, you get 12 dies in the Stitched Shapes Framelits for $30, so it's a really good deal. And also with that 25% off sale on select coordinating stamps, that is awesome. There's a lot of holiday stamps in there too, so if you haven't done your holiday cards yet, perfect time to stock up on some supplies. I do have a giveaway kind of thing going on right now. I am implementing a Melissa's Creations Live over on my YouTube channel on Wednesdays. Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I get onto YouTube Live and we do a little chit chat and update, and I also do a card. So if you head over to my YouTube channel and you are a subscriber, you share that specific video with your friends and family, and you leave a comment on that video. The title of the video is Stamping Saturday 11/2, November 2nd. As long as you do those 3 things, you'll be entered into a drawing to win a package of 3 cards. This is for my pumpkin pie card that I demonstrated on that episode of Melissa's Creations Live. So I am actually going to draw 2 winners for that. So you still have time. You have until tomorrow morning Pacific time. About 9 a.m. is when I'll draw. Actually 10 a.m. is when I'll draw the winners. I'll draw them live. So you have until 10 a.m. Pacific time to do those 3 things. Go find that video and watch it. Share it with your friends and family. comment on it, and subscribe to my channel, and I will enter you into a drawing to win a pack of 3 cards with envelopes of my pumpkin pie card that I demonstrated in that session. So that is one fun little giveaway. Hi, Maria. Thank you for watching. Sister Beth and me are here to watch. Hi, Beth. Thanks for joining. That's so much fun. All right. So I am almost to 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm at 1,754 as of a few minutes ago. And once I hit 2,000, I will be doing a product giveaway. So make sure that you have all of your friends and family subscribed to my YouTube channel, and you guys will be able to get some information on how you can enter into that product giveaway. I don't have the product yet, but once it arrives, I will be doing a video and letting you guys know what you have the chance to win. And that's over on my YouTube channel, so make sure you're a subscriber so you don't miss anything. Okay, towards the end of this session of Stamping Saturday, I'm going to give you guys a little game outside of this live session here. So I will remind you guys of that game as soon as we're done with session 1, and then you can start hunting around and participate, and that's going to be really fun, and there's a really great prize involved with that. So stay tuned to the end. And let's see. All right, let's just dive into our projects. So today we have the first sample, which is a thank you card. It's my copper thank you card, which I did show previously. And I think this card is, look at how shiny it is. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I love it so much. I sent these out as thank yous to the customers who placed orders with me last month. And the second sample for Stamping Saturday that we're going to do this morning in session 1 is this cute little gift tag with a coordinating envelope. So that's just a fun little tag that you could make to throw onto a holiday gift. So we're going to start with our thank you card, and then we'll go into the gift card. So bear with me for just a moment while I get resituated and turn you guys around so you can see all of the wonderful little goodies I have in front of me. So give me just a moment. Okay. I think we are good to go. Let's see. Does that give us a little bit more light? All right. Hopefully everything is okay. Everybody can see. Let me know if you have any issues, if there's something wrong with the sound. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for joining. So excited to have you here. Okay. Just gonna try and adjust a little bit here. Okay. Think that is good. So here is this month's Hostess Code. If you head over to Kre8tions.com and click on Shop Now, you can paste this code into my shopping cart at melissascreations.stampinup.net. There's several links to get to my shop on my Shop Now page. And go ahead and paste that in. Anybody that places an order always receives a thank you card from me. This was last month's thank you card. If you place an order of $50 or more, you are eligible to get an additional handmade item from me. And if you place $150 or more, don't use this code. You get your own rewards, but I will also still send you my thank you card and my handmade item. So without further ado, let's dive in to this fun card right here. So the stamp set that I used on this card is from Flourishing Phrases. It is a two cases to this set, and we are using this fun flourish design here, as well as the thank you so very much. And on the inside it says, with warmth and caring from me. So the materials that we are using for this card, I have my measurements written down, so let me make sure I get those out for you guys. I have a standard card base. This is a Dapper Denim, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2. So I'm going to fold that and crease that score line. Okay. So there is our card base. And then I have a piece of Very Vanilla cardstock. This is for the inside, and this measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I have another piece of Very Vanilla. This piece here measures 1 1/4 by 4 1/4. I have a piece of Crumb cake cardstock. This measures 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. And I have a piece of copper foil. This stuff is so much fun. It comes in 12 by 12 sheets. You get 2 per package. And you can see here that I punched out a circle. This is a 2-inch circle. And then I took my 1-inch circle punch and I punched out another hole in the middle of it, because I wanted to use that on another project, and you can't tell that there's any missing. I don't like wasting this. So that's just one little tip that I do, is when I know I'm just going to see the outside, I will punch shapes out of the middle of it so that I can get even more use out of that item. And then here we have a piece of the Affectionately Yours Specialty Designer Series paper. This is in the annual catalog, and you can see that it has that copper foil embossed in it, and it is just gorgeous. There's one of each of these specialty sheets, 12 by 12 in that pack. There's this one, and then there's another one with a blue background and gorgeous flowers sprinkled all over it. So cute. I also have some of the enamel shapes. These are in Dapper Denim in the in colors, and I'm using some linen thread. And the last item that I'm going to be using is some copper embossing powder. This stuff is so pretty, and it just really ties this card together. So let's get started with our embossing. I am going to start with my front. Now, I know most of you know how to emboss, but how many of you have used an embossing buddy? These are fantastic. This helps take the static away from your projects so that your powder only sticks to what you want it to stick to, which is the ink from the Versamark. So I'm just going to kind of run that all over that paper. And I'm going to bring in my Versamark pad and my background stamp, which is our Flourish. And we're going to ink that up, and we're just going to stamp all around that cardstock front. Make sure you get it stamped really well. Ink it up nice and juicy. You want that copper embossing powder to have something to stick to. I think I might have a spot in the middle there that might not have too much on it, but we'll see if we can't cover that up when we get to that point. Just make sure that it's very well inked. You give it some good pressure. What's everybody up to on this Saturday? How many of you are crafting? What projects do you have going right now? All right, this tray unfortunately is no longer available from Stampin' Up, but you can just use a piece of paper folded in half. It works just as well. I'm just pouring that copper embossing powder over the top and giving it a couple of flicks to get any excess off. Oh, actually, you know what? It didn't do too bad. It looks pretty good. I thought I might have kind of a bald spot, but I think there was enough ink for that to stick to. Beautiful. Yes. Okay. Let's get our heat tool out. And you'll have to bear with me with the noise for just a moment. I have to let it warm up a bit. Janet says, plan to make my challenge card. That's fantastic. Yay. Everybody, just so you know, if you don't know already, if you are a customer of mine, that automatically enters you, allows you access to my VIP Stamp Lounge on Facebook, where we have weekly challenges. I post sneak peeks of my projects and other fun tidbits. So let's just heat this up. Take a second. Here we go. It's starting to turn now. Can you guys see it? Oh, gorgeous. Love it. So pretty. I think copper is one of my new favorite things to work with. I used to really love silver, but starting to get into that copper now. It's pretty cold here today. The sun is out, but there's quite a bit of clouds, but the leaves outside my window are just gorgeous. I love looking out this window and seeing all of the beautiful fall colors. Let's see. Hi, Carla. You have a Christmas card class in about an hour. Oh, fun. Very cool. Let's see. Deb says, cleaning my office so I can start making some Thanksgiving cards. Oh, that's perfect. Yep. I love to work in a clean area as well. There's just something about a fresh, clean craft table that is just, I love it. It makes it so much nicer. Let's see. Cheryl says, love the copper or Cooper. Yes, I do too. The copper is just so gorgeous. All right, I'm just going to kind of shove this back into my little tub here so that I can keep going with my other embossing. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment, and I'm going to emboss these two pieces. So again, that embossing buddy, it worked so well. There's no little bits where I didn't want the powder to go. So again, if you haven't used this, it's a great tool. I really highly recommend you pick one up. They are not expensive at all. They are in with all of the, I think they're in with all of the other tools in the catalog. All right, so I have the sentiment, thank you so very much, which is going to be stamped in Versamark ink off to the right of our small, very vanilla piece. And then I have the sentiment with warmth and caring from me. Again, Versamark, and that goes up towards the top of our large, very vanilla. And one more time, we're gonna sprinkle some glorious copper powder on top of that. Give it a hearty flick, and boom, so nice. And a little bit more. Beautiful. Yes, I am loving this so much. Can you tell? All right, bear with me just a few more times with this heat tool. We're almost ready to get the card put together. Cheryl says, I just cleaned my stamp room and sewing room. Ready, set, create. I know, right? Janet says, embossing buddy on page 181. Oh, thank you. Somebody is ready for games. Again, everybody, if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up, Stamping Saturday offered by me, make sure you have your Stampin' Up annual and holiday catalogs out. We play games after each sample. All right, there are my, oh, darn it, that wasn't quite dry yet. Oh my goodness, that hasn't happened before. All right, well, let's just go and do that real quick. That's one thing about live videos. Maybe this time I won't touch it before it's dry. Oh my goodness, how many of you guys have done that before? That is a first for me. How funny. Just kind of smeared because it was still warm and not dry yet. Yes, so anyway, again, make sure you have your catalogs out. If you do not have paper copies of the Stampin' Up! Annual and Holiday Catalog, you can head over to Kre8tions.com, click on the Shop Now link, and you'll be able to download them right from my site. And you can still play along with us. Let's see. All right. Now, I'm not going to touch that until it is dried off a little bit. So let's start assembling. I'm going to go ahead and put this inside my card first. So many different types of adhesives to choose from, but what I really like about this liquid glue is that, and if you know me, you know what I'm going to say, you have wiggle room with this glue. You can set it down on your project and slide it around a little bit to make sure it is exactly where you want it to go. So there we go. Done on the inside. I just love how that very simple copper sentiment just really makes this card feel more professional on the inside. All right, now we're going to use some fast fuse adhesive, and I'm going to adhere my sentiment piece to that. Just right on top in the middle here. Uh-oh. Oh, I am just doing a bomb job at lining things up today. I tell you what, maybe I had too much coffee. Maybe I've got the jitters. Who knows? That's just the way things go. But don't worry, if you guys receive a prize, you'll get the pretty one, or I'll make another one for you. All right, so now I'm going to adhere my Affectionately Yours DSP circle to the copper circle. Put it right in the middle. And then I'm going to run some more fast fuse along the back. And now we're going to do the linen thread. And what I like to do is I take a length of it and then I run it through my finger and my thumbnail. And then that helps get the kinks out of it. You can see it's a little bit more curly now. So I am just going to run it around my circle a few times so that I have kind of like 5 little loops all the way around. Okay, 2 more. I just really like the way this looks. It's a very popular technique right now. I've seen it done a lot. It is very, very popular. So I'm going to snip that off. Now I can use some of my dimensionals, put those on the back, and we'll just kind of do it in a grouping of 3. And I'm putting that right over that linen thread. It will help to secure it in place. All right, let's see. Cheryl says, sometimes it is just the day to stamp. Yes, that's right. Janet says, lining up the pieces has always been a problem for me. Well, you know, I think my problem with that is I had my hand in the way and I couldn't see where I was putting my item. That was one of my issues there. Okay, so then we're just going to place this off to the left. I'm going to take those enamel shapes and take my snips and pick those up, and I'm just going to sprinkle them kind of randomly around. Okay, there, and then the large one. Right up there. Cute. I'm liking it. So cute. All right, now I'm going to place some more dimensionals on the back, and I'm just going to do 3 right in a row. Take the backing off there. Hello, Sim. Thanks for joining. Okay. And boom. There it is. And look at that. It almost looks intentional. My boo-boo, my vanilla piece is not where I wanted it to go, but it almost looks intentional. You can't even tell that I didn't mean to line it up here. So that's one thing that I would not stress over, you guys. If you get something in the wrong place, don't even worry about it. You know, you can either cover it up or make it look like it was on purpose. So Janet says, is that... It is Dapper Denim. Yes, this paper, this cardstock is Dapper Denim, as well as these little enamel shapes. These are in the catalog next to the in colors. Okay, so that is the first Stamping Saturday sample of the day. Love it. So here is our next sample. We have this fun little envelope with this cute coordinating tag. How stinking fun is that? So cute. Okay, so the materials we are using on this sample today include, switch some stuff around here. Okay, bring in my items. Alrighty. So we have some real red cardstock. This piece measures 2 inches by 4 1/4 inches. Carla says, look above. I went to the wrong set the first game. Oh, darn, Carla. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's hard for me to see all of the comments on my screen. I'm trying to look at my computer as well, but the way that my setup is, I need to figure out the comments. Oops. Okay. So close. You have another chance after this round. And again, I'll be doing more prizes at the 3 p.m. session this afternoon. Okay, so the real red is 2 by 4 1/4. I have a scrap of designer series paper for my tag. This measures 1.5 inches by 3 inches. And I have a piece of 6 by 6 designer series paper. This is from Candy Cane Lane. This paper is so cute. I love it. Here's the other side of this is the little stripe. And then this one is so adorable. I love that one too. So cute. All right, so this is a 6 by 6. This is what we're going to make our envelope out of. I have a piece of the lace trim ribbon. So pretty. I have a circle of red glimmer paper. This circle measures 1 3/4. I have a piece of the Early Espresso punched out from the Duet Banner Punch. And then I have a scrap of Whisper White. This is what I'm going to stamp on, and I'm going to cut out with the circle punch. So let's start there. I'm going to use some Real Red ink, and the stamp sets I'm using today, I have 2 different sets. The first one is called Here's to Cheers, and I'm using this stamp right here, Just Spreading Cheer This Christmas. I thought that was just so cute. So we're going to ink that up and stamp that right onto our scrap of white. And then the next set I'm using is from Tin of Tags. Now again, this is the coordinating stamp set to make these adorable tags from the Tin of Tags kit. This is where the sentiments come from for those tags. So I'm using All Wrapped Up, and I'm also using the To and the From. So cute. So I have my All Wrapped Up here. I'm going to set this aside for just a moment. And I'm going to use my Early Espresso piece. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp, so I can actually angle it so that it angles with my banner. And then I'm going to use some Whisper White craft ink so that the sentiment really shows on that dark cardstock. Okay. So cute. Look. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right. I'm also going to use that Whisper White craft ink to stamp the back of my tag. So, with my little To and From. I love that craft ink. It stamps on darker colors like a dream. It's just so beautiful. All right. So I'm going to set this aside so that it can dry, that and this one. I'm going to punch this out with a 1 3/8 inch circle punch. Now this is the old style, and I apologize for that. I have not upgraded yet, but 1 3/8 inch punch, there it is. Okay, I am going to use a glue dot to stick that down to my red glimmer paper. All right, and now let's start doing our tag up. So I am using the Scalloped Tag Topper Punch. I'm going to take that red cardstock, and I'm just going to feed that into my punch, and boom. So cute! So easy to make your own tags with this tool. The Tag Topper Punch is awesome. I'm also going to bring out the Project Life Corner Rounder Punch. And I'm going to round the 2 bottom corners of my tag, as well as all 4 corners of my designer paper. Okay. Now I'm going to adhere that with some snail. This tag goes together so quick. And the envelope is almost just as simple. Okay, and now I'm going to very carefully, it would need a little bit more time to dry, so just be aware of that. When you are stamping with your craft ink, you're going to want to make sure you allow it plenty of dry time. So we're just going to set that right on top there. Super simple. Now I'm going to take my lace trim ribbon. I'm going to thread that through. And then I have a piece of baker's twine here. This is so beautiful. It has a real red metallic thread running through it. Very pretty. It's in the holiday catalog. And then I'm just going to tie that around. And then I'm going to double knot it. Okay. And the tighter you tie this, the more it'll kind of give you a shape. It's a little difficult to tie on a live video. How many of you guys have issues tying knots and bows? I don't know. I'm fine not on camera, and then as soon as I get on my live feed, there we go. That's a little better. And now I'm just going to take my snips, and I'm just going to snip these off at an angle to kind of clean them up a little. Like that. Okay, so there's our tag done. And then you can use these tails to tie it around your gift or present. Let's see. Cheryl says, I just got the tag topper punch and so glad I did. Carla says, I need that punch. And Grandma says, yes, 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 that punch is awesome. And I know. I don't remember how long I've had mine now, but it is amazing, and I highly, highly recommend it. You can make tags all year round. It's an awesome, awesome tool. All right, I'm using my envelope punch board. Honestly, I don't use this very often, but that is how I made my envelope today. Super quick and easy. Love it. So with my 6x6 piece of paper, my designer series paper, it'll tell you here what paper size you have, what card size you have, and it'll make a perfect envelope for the card size that you want. So it'll also tell you what score line to start with. So my piece is 6x6, so I'm starting with a 2 5/8 inch score line. So I'm lining this up at 2 5/8, and then you're going to punch it and score it. And then when you rotate it, you're just going to line up this little piece here. I don't know what to call that. It's just a little sharp pointy bit there. You're going to line that up with the score line that you just made, punch and score again, and then you're just going to do that all the way around until you get back to the beginning. Okay. There we go. And done. That's it. Okay. So now we'll get that out of the way. Bring in my bone folder, and I'm just going to crease all those scores, just like so. That punch is good for bookmarks too. Oh yes, I can definitely see that. All right, and then this flap, I did the opposite direction. Okay, so now we're just going to glue these down, and again, I'm going to use fast fuse because I want to make sure that it stays very well. So I'm going to put a little bit of fast fuse on my bottom flap here first. So I adhere it to the side, and then adhere this side, just like so. Okay, and now I'm going to take some Candy Cane Lane Designer washi tape. This stuff is so fun, and it is so easy to add really quick accents to your projects with this stuff. You just tear it right off. Love it. All right, so I put that down. Now I'm going to pop up my sentiment with a dimensional, and there it is. And we have a fun envelope to hold our Christmas tag. How cute is that? This is one of my favorite projects. I think it's so adorable. So here is the next game. I just wanted to remind everybody, thank you for coming to session 1 of Stamping Saturday. I do have my current Hostess Code up and ready to go. So if you'd like to place an order today, make sure you use that code. Any order will receive a thank you card from me, handmade thank you card. If you order $50 or more, you'll also receive a handmade item in addition to your thank you card. And if you spend $150 or more, don't use that Hostess Code. You get your own Hostess benefits, and I will still send you a thank you card and a handmade item from me. Also, I have a rewards program I just rolled out, so you can earn even more. Every $250 that you spend with me, you get $15 in Melissa's Creations cash that is redeemable through me for Stampin' Up! Products. It is not good for shipping or tax, so I'll work everything out with you, but you can read more about that on my website, mcreations.com. Click on the rewards page. Now, here we are coming to the next game. This is completely different, brand new, something I haven't done before. So everybody can participate, but there's only one winner. And the winner will receive a $10 Melissa's Creations cash voucher, good for Stampin' Up! Products ordered through me. Again, I will give you all of those details, or you can read up on that on my rewards page. So this is the game. The winner is going to be announced tomorrow. I have a special session of Melissa's Creations live over on my YouTube channel at 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. So the winner will be announced there. The game is somewhere on my website. I have hidden a code for a Christmas pickle. Okay, you heard me right, Christmas pickle. There is a code. It's like a little Easter egg hidden in my website. Go to mcreations.com or melissascreations.com and click through all the links, look up and down all the pages. As soon as you find the Christmas pickle icon, and you'll know it when you see it, there is a code under that pickle. Make sure that you email me. The first person to email me with that code will win $10 in Melissa's Creations cash. So don't post it here. Don't post it on Facebook. Email me at mcreations@gmail.com or melissascreations@gmail.com. Both of them work. There are contact me now links on my website under the contact me page. So again, the first person to email me with the code for the Christmas pickle will be the winner of $10 in Melissa's Creations cash. So go and find that. That is a really fun prize to win. You can redeem it for products, Stampin' Up! Products through me. Again, it's not good towards shipping or tax, so we will work out the details after you win. Thank you guys so much for joining me on session 1 of Stamping Saturday. I had fun. I hope you guys did too. We had lots of fantastic prizes to give away. Join me again this afternoon for session 3 at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and I will show you those 2 samples. First one is going to be this fun, elegant Christmas card. This is a case from Mary Fish. It's just so cute. We're gonna make that first. And the second one, we are going to make this fun, it's like a little gift box, and it has a window, a little belly band on it. It's just so cute. I love that. So that's gonna be the second sample for session 3. Bye.